Oh, I can see the comments now. I have no idea. Oh, wait, yeah, I can see our scenes too. That's awesome. All right, let's hit the live button.
I heard they checking for me, no one checking on me, so I had to go run up a check. I got the message on me, ain't no flexing on me, my attorney gon' call and collect. Blessings on blessings for me, my successes only made them envious, they got upset. I had to put all their egos in check. I want the money, the power, respect, and I heard you know so-and-so, you not a threat, cause I really know so-and-so, they like my family, so they go pretend that they cool till they bust at your motherfucking chest. I'm getting gutter, my flow been like butter, my check in the bank. They see the number. All of my haters feel one of two ways. Really upset it, they show some respect. I can't even think about it. I've been up, so read about it. No beat around it, straight to it, no ring around it. You coming for me, we'll see about it. We'll never see it when I get my feet up. 100 meters where I run the fee up. And go for chinging on a monopia. I had to re-up on a reel, so you stay defeated. And put it back into the bit, cause I don't really need it. I heard they checking for me, no one checking on me, so I had to go run up a check. I got the message on me, ain't no flexing on me, my attorney gon' call and collect. Blessings on blessings for me, my successes only made them envious, they got upset. I had to put all their egos in check. I had to put all their egos in check. You're not entitled to anything else. I get 10 years of this under my belt. Your art isn't art, they don't feel it, and nobody hears it. Initiative stay on the shelf. Your ego done got in the way. It gotta die today. It gotta go. You should be happy I lighten the load. The weight of your arrogance, heavy as stone. I make an appearance, they already know. That chip on your shoulder gon' crumble and fold, yeah. It's not a secret that you have been fearing the shit that I'm on. So you back to the brag and the boast. But I'm in a class of my own. I heard they checking for me, no one checking on me, so I had to go run up a check.
Woo! Yes, yes. Welcome back to the greatest streaming show on Wednesday night. That's true. That is absolutely true. You don't need any sort of therapy to watch this show. You just watch it, you have a beer, you sit back, you enjoy. That may have been a stab. But anyways, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Drone Brews. My name is Carlos Consuelos Lopez Dobo. And stoked to have everybody out tonight. Tonight, we have a great show planned for you. We are going to be talking all about DJI Avata. You know, everything that we know thus far about DJI's latest drone. We're going to talk a little bit about the potential for the V2 goggle discontinuation that we keep seeing recirculating and regurgitating. And yeah, so we'll do all of that stuff there. Really quickly, let's just jump into the chat to greet everybody who's been waiting ever so patiently. I see we got B-Man, One Vision Aerial, Joe Fodolio. We've got Arco Drone Solution, Fly Zone Drone, Beloved Lion, Carlos Kid, Sid did stuff, Shutter Speed Ireland, Lauren Donner, Yellow Rose Drones. Good to see you. Sergio from Fly Zone Drones, Free Range Chicken. What is going on? Juan Martinez, Relaxing Music. Serger Art. Fuck, just put your names, damn it. All these hashtags, Tannis. Travel Planet Italy, good to see you. And Lon Denied. Lynn Smith's here. We got T-Bird FPV. Ron in the building. All the people. Trini Weeks. Casey FPV. Everybody here. All right, let me do this. Let's go ahead and bring in Eddie Nunez. Mr. Eduardo.
Dímelo, loco, ¿qué lo que?
Yes, mira, cabrón. Dude, it's good to. It sounds like you're not talking from the mic that you normally talk to. It sounded like a little echoey, bro. Maybe it's not on the right mic. I don't know.
It's the same. I haven't changed anything.
I don't know. It sounds echoey or something.
Really?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Could be wrong. Check your audio settings, Edward.
I'm checking.
Just for the hell of it, for me. Just for me.
How about now?
Yeah, it's fine. That's fine. Fuck it.
What about now?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yo, yo, yo.
No,
What's up? It's
like
Drum Cruise.
no, it's not even that. The Go XLR is not working. I'm telling you, your audio is off, bro.
Yo, yo.
No, it ain't the mic, bro. It sounds like you're like using the computer mic of some sort.
No, really?
Yeah, I don't know.
Possible. Let me see. Let me see. Let me check settings.
That's what I'm saying. Check your settings, bro.
Oh, you're right.
I knew it. See, I was right. I could hear audio, bro. There's one thing I know is camera and audio. I can hear it. You can just hear it. Eduardo, we got
What about now?
Yeah, now you're echoing like a motherfucker because there's like these effects that just hit.
Okay, so now it should be good. We're in Drone Bros Live. All right, now.
All right, quit fucking with me. Quit fucking with me. It's too early. It's too early in the show to quit fucking. This is why people get mad. They get mad. They're like, well, just get to the topic, Dobo. Get to the topic. Why do you got to let Eddie just screw around all stream? And I'm like, it's not Eddie. It's me mostly. So, Eddie, we're going to unpack. Let's first talk about V2 goggle discontinuation. That's like this rumor that's going around that they are discontinuing V2 goggles for DJI for FPV. Thus far, I haven't seen anything, no notifications from DJI or any of our distributors that would indicate that that is happening anytime soon. It's been leaked that they are discontinuing that for their new version, and they're not even calling the new versions version 2, whatever these Avata goggles will be. It's tough to really say, but I haven't seen anything that says we can mark down our goggles or we can go below manufacturer's list price. A lot of times when a product is getting ready to be discontinued or sunset, DJI will often tell us, say, hey, you can mark this below manufacturer list. And we're like, oh, okay, why? Why are we doing that? Oh, we're sunsetting this product or we're no longer going to be producing this product. That happened with the Air 2. They were allowing us to sell it below the manufacturer list when the Air 2S was coming out. This happened with the Mavic 2 Pro. They let us sell it below manufacturer list. This happened with the V1 goggles when they were bringing out V2 for the DJI FPV drone. They basically said, hey, you're allowed to sell these below manufacturer list. Whatever you have into it, you know, as long as you make a profit or pay us back, we don't care. So thus far, I have not seen anything like that come across. When that does come across, I will take that as a sign that they are discontinuing the V2 goggles. But until we get those emails that indicate we're allowed to sell below manufacturer list, I'm going to say probably not happening anytime soon. Maybe not till mid or late summer, I would think, maybe, if it does at all. What's your thoughts on that, Eddie?
You know, I would love to see what's coming in terms of goggles. My fear is how everything is getting more expensive.
Yeah.
How much, you know, things cost nowadays.
Sure.
And you know, it's like you're stuck because if you get, let's call it the V3 goggles, you get the V3 goggles. What do you do with all your quads with air units? You're going to have to go now and update all those as well. Or do you just, you know, stick it through and now you have two goggles, you have the V2s. And in our cases, we'll have three goggles, right? Because we have one dedicated for the air units or Vistas. We have one for the DJI FPV. And then now we'll have the third. The third goggles.
And here's my thought on this. Like, I don't think there's any need. Like, so many of us have been flying DJI FPV for so long. Like, we've been flying the digital FPV, and it's been working fantastic. And if it's been working fantastic, I don't see for the FPV guys, I don't see much of a need to upgrade unless if whatever they announce, if they should announce anything. Because again, as of this point, DJI has been pretty tight-lipped, and there's just been speculation because the last time they brought out a set of goggles, those set of goggles were really only designed to work with the DJI FPV drone, right? So if they bring out new air units, let's just say, and those air units have better range and better penetration and just better latency, then I would say, yeah, absolutely. It's absolutely worth jumping to a new set. But at that point, the air units came out at about $149 when they first launched, and they've been pretty consistent with that pricing. We've seen at some points the air units have jumped up to about $179, $189, but I will go out on a limb here and say that if they do release something new as far as new air units like a version 3, that the air units are probably going to be right around $199, that mark. I think that's a fair introduction price for V3 air units, but it'll be like around 199. As far as goggles go, we're probably looking about $600, $700 for goggles. I would think. What do you think, Ed?
I think so too. I think that we'll definitely see a price increase, right?
Yeah,
It won't be the traditional prices. Like I mentioned, everything has,
air
gone
units
up
like a
in
version
prices.
3.
I heard everything has gone up in pricing. I think in terms of this drone that's releasing though, right? I
Yeah,
think even let's just say that they do release new goggles and they do release a new air unit, and they also have this drone. I was talking to some people on Monday about this. I think it's best to just buy it as a bundle, buy the drone with the goggles.
yeah. I mean,
Usually,
that's a good point.
yeah, because you usually end up coming out cheaper that way. You're walking away with the drone. Like look at the Mini 3, for example, right? You get the Mini 3 and the DJI RC for 909. You get the
Right.
Mini 3 alone for like 650, I think it is. Like, why would you spend 650 just for a plain drone when you can spend a few extra hundred and get a complete package?
Right. And I think that there's something to be said about bundling, and obviously DJI is the king of bundling products like this. And now we have leaks of this DJI Cinewhoop, which they're dubbing the Avata. We don't know if that's the name of it. We don't know what Avata really stands for. It could be just their new product line. Only DJI internally knows this, but we look at it and it's definitely a Cinewhoop. It has ducks. I mean, it's very reminiscent of everything we've seen, like with the Cinelogs and even the Shendrone squirts. It looks pretty decent. I mean, one cool thing about the Cinewhoop style quad is the fact that there are a lot of Cinewhoops that are already made out of plastic now. Obviously, they don't cost nearly as much, but you can think of Beta FPV. You can think of what the hell is it? HDLRC. They have made whoops that are basically comprised of plastic. I mean, even what the hell is it? Can't even think of it. Diatone has the Tina whoop and things like that are made out of plastic. So I think it's a little more acceptable to see something like that. We don't know how much plastic it's going to be made out of. We don't know a lot about the camera because that part hasn't been concealed. But I think this is a lot more promising. I will say that a whoop will make it a lot harder for people to learn on, though. If they want to learn how to fly manual, it's going to make it a lot harder
Yeah,
for them. Yeah.
yeah, because a whoop flies different. It's less floaty in the air. It's
Yeah.
heavier. Like you really have to have throttle control with the whoop, I think. Like when I first started flying FPV, my first drone that I bought was the Bumblebee, and I was about to give up. I was failing flying the Bumblebee, but then when I switched to a 5 inch, it was much easier to fly the 5 inch than the Cinewhoop, than the
Yeah.
Bumblebee, because with the Cinewhoop,
The
two
fuck?
things, right? One, wind is a huge factor. Wind will push a Cinewhoop around left and right. Two,
I don't fucking know how this even got here, bro. How the fuck did this even happen?
I
Do
don't
you
even know what's going on.
do you
I
see
can't
this
see
shit,
anything.
bro? How do you not
Well,
see it? Can you
well,
see
I'm
the
watching the
fucking?
stream in another video on another window, and
I
I'm
don't
like,
even
whatever's the delay.
fucking know how that happened. Let me hang on, come back. I don't even
Oh my
know
god.
how that happened, dude. I have no idea. No idea how it's the back of the screen. Like the fucking screen is the back. Like
Oh, I
this is
see.
the
There's two logos. There's three logos on the screen.
yeah, but I don't know.
Oh, I see. Our backdrop is all the way in the top, minimized.
Yeah, but
Well,
why?
I'm looking at the stream.
What? Why is that? What the
Oh
fuck
man,
happened? How did I fuck
not.
this up so bad? How did I fuck this up?
Now I see the YouTube things coming out
I
of
don't
control.
fucking know, dude. I don't even know how this has happened. Um, I don't even know. I fucked this up, bro. I fucked this up. It's like the backdrop. It's the fucking computer. I don't understand. It's the back scene is the desktop. Like that
I
is my
see it.
desktop. Like if I decided to go to Pornhub right now, it would basically be Pornhub. I mean, fucking- I don't even know, dude. I don't even know how. Like, does this make any sense though?
What's
Like
happening
now
now?
it's now, yeah, now it's you, dude. How is this happening?
Well,
Why?
I'm I don't know. I'm seeing everything on a delay because I'm looking at it through the
I don't
stream.
even know what the fuck is happening, dude. It's so distracting right now. It's unbelievable. Ah, I have no idea. I have no idea what's going on. I fucked this whole thing up so badly. I mean, I need to just not click buttons apparently,
Oh,
but
now it just switched. I'm watching the stream. Now I'm me in the back. Now it's back to the the wallpaper. But you see, I don't know if you see it, but our backdrop is all the way in the top. Very, very tiny.
yeah, but how did it get there? Oh,
I
there it
don't
is.
know.
And why is my other oh, here it is. All right. Well, I don't know. This is why I should have like I didn't mean to fire Paul Feinberg.
How
Like
is that
Paul,
guy doing?
I don't know. I guess he's all right. I mean, I guess he's all right. I mean,
Maybe
he's doing
maybe
better
we
than I am right
maybe we
now.
help him out later on. Later this evening,
I can't
we can
even
pay
help
a visit.
myself. I can't even help myself out right now.
Oh, there you go. You're doing it. Well, I'm on a delay here.
Oh yeah, I'm just sort of I don't know. I don't even know how the fuck that happened. That was weird. I'm not going to click on any other buttons, Edward. We're just not going to click on any other buttons. So.
Holy crap.
Holy shit, I don't know what's going on. All right, did you guys like the stream, Matt? Did you not? Just hit the like button, please. It'll help me out greatly. So if DJI launches the Avata or whatever the hell the Cinewhoop is, and the Cinewhoop, let's say, is slated for August, I'm just trying to like logically think when would be a good time for a Whoop to launch. Obviously, we don't want something like that to launch towards winter because, like, any of the northern states and like Canada, they're not going to be able to
Mhm.
really take full advantage of that. So it sort of would have to coincide with maybe July, end of July, beginning of August, because summer is still in full swing. We have a lot of the winter months left. Or do you launch it and let's say you launch it like September, October in preparation for the holiday season? Where do you launch that? Because you also have other releases coming up too.
Yeah, that's possible and doable. When did the first FPV come out?
First FPV came out on
It was like
March. It
October,
was
right?
like March. It
You
was like
sure?
March 3rd. It was like March 3rd of 2021. March. Yeah, I think it was like March 3rd,
It was March.
2021. We were
Yeah, it
still
was
in like
March.
the peak. We were still in the peak of COVID. So it was March 3rd, 2021. So the DJI FPV's been out for an entire year. And now here we have leaks and rumors of the DJI Avata coming, fast and furious, obviously. Um, and it looks, I mean, it looks like from what we saw, obviously you can see the thumbnail. I mean, it looks pretty good. I mean, it's not anything tremendous, right? It looks like your standard Cinewhoop. I don't think they reinvented the wheel. Obviously, maybe has potentially, I don't know, like an adjustable head.
It looks, yeah, I noticed that, right? It looks like the gimbal. It has like a gimbal pitch.
Let's go
Just
to
like
Drone XL here.
the first FPV. I really hope that they do something better with the camera though. Like, the two main things that stand out to me is overall quality of the camera,
Yeah.
right? It should have
Should have
a
its own
flat,
dedicated camera.
yeah, its own dedicated camera. It should have
Yeah.
definitely true log profile. It would be great if they can share the gyro data, if it records gyro data, right?
Yeah.
So you can run it through whatever you want to run it through, like Real Steady or Gyro Flow. And then it should have true frame rates,
I agree.
like 4K 30, 4K 60.
I mean, let's just look at this here, though. This is sort of interesting as we look at this. It almost looks like on the underside of this, these look like landing feet here, don't that? Doesn't that look like landing feet?
Yeah,
It,
like as part of the battery, like the first version.
yeah, doesn't that look like landing feet? So, part of me sort of wonders if this is upside down.
Yeah.
Like, is this going to be a pusher? Or is it going to be because this almost looks like possibly a landing pad too? Like we don't know if this is upside down or not because you have drones that are in a pusher configuration, and then you have
Mhm.
quads that are not in a pusher configuration. So, well, no, I take that back. Looking at this photo, this is definitely a pusher configuration because it's got obstacle avoidance on the bottom here. I mean, it looks, I mean, like this is where I would be okay with plastic. You know what I mean? Like I'm okay with plastic here, just because like we have so many whoops that are made out of plastic as it is. So I mean, like for me, this is fine. And are these props looking different too? Oh, okay, it's just
Yep.
that you can't see the fifth blade. So that's actually pretty cool. So 5 blades, I mean, that's pretty dope. I wish we had a better look at the camera though, you know? I wanna see what the camera situation is on this thing.
Well, if you look at the camera right there on the top, like you can see it sort of
Right
in
here.
that picture that you have there. Yeah. It
Yeah.
looks to me it looks like the same camera as the V1. Same design.
Let me see. Let's zoom in on this.
Like- Yeah, like right there.
These freaking players, man. You're talking about this right here. So you're
No,
thinking that
the
there's
top.
right here.
You see it's kind of hidden on the top. Well, I mean, I
Well,
have to wait to see what you're
it's sort of
pointing to.
it's right up here. I'm pointing to the
Yes.
top. I'm pointing
Yes,
to the
yes.
top.
Now
So
I
it's
see it. Yeah.
definitely one singular camera
Mhm.
from at least what we can see from this vantage point. I mean, it's definitely like it's a real thing though. You know what I mean? Like anytime you see a leak like this, it's definitely going to happen. It's just a matter of when.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing. It's like when you see something like this, you know damn well it's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's just a matter of when it's going to happen. That's always the thing. I mean,
This is the first drone that has. I mean, look at the cables to the motor, the
yeah,
wires there.
so that's the other thing is the FPV drone didn't have any sort of exposed motors. So then that makes me believe like, hey, are you going to make it to where these are easily able to be replaced? Probably not. They're probably not going to make it. I mean, that may just be a design choice that they had to go with.
Hmm.
Tough to say, man. Tough to say. I mean, I for one would love a long range whoop. Like a long range whoop would be like so cool to have. Like especially like if you're flying around, you know, obviously if there's soft targets somewhere, it'd be cool to have something like that. I mean, I'd be all about that. I mean, but then again, it boils down to if the camera sucks, then what's the point? If the camera
If
sucks, you know?
Yeah, because if the camera sucks, then you have to add you have to add another camera, whether it's a GoPro
Yeah.
or the Action 2, but you're adding more weight, and I feel comfortable adding more weight to a 5 inch. But when on a Cinewhoop, when you start to add a lot of weight, you can definitely see the characteristics change a lot.
See, it's like I wonder
Especially
what
with
this is
battery.
right here, though. Like if you zoom into this, you can't see it yet, Ed. Um,
No,
like I wonder what this whole situation is here. Like, what the hell is this? This is so weird. Like the geometry of this is just strange. Unless if like I just saw in the chat, somebody said it looks like there's a spot for the Action 2. Unless if this is a cover, unless if this is a cover and this peels off, because like if you look at the top of this, the way it's shaped, it's almost like that this piece up here in the right hand corner is almost indicating that's where you peel this off. This almost looks like a rubber cover almost. And that maybe it exposes a connection for something like the Action 2. Because I mean, like, why would you have it to where this corner has like a little triangle if it wasn't meant to be peeled off right here? I mean, I could
I
be
don't think.
grabbing straws, but
Mm,
I mean that to me would think like, okay, that's where you're going to basically grab. I don't know. I don't know. That's just like what I'm seeing. So, and you can't see it though. But I was talking about this corner here. So, like what I'm talking about is this corner right up top here. Like if you look at this,
I don't
this looks
think.
like it's a
I don't
cover.
think you're sharing at all.
I shared it now. I'm sharing it
Oh,
now.
okay. Okay.
So up here in the top right hand corner, you see where this looks like it's almost like it's indicating that whatever this is a cover. Like this peels off here at the top right corner because think about it. If this was not a cover or a removable piece, this all the way around the top should be completely solid if it was not removable. But because it's removable, think about any sort of like rubber cover. It always has like one corner that indicates that you remove from this end. That's what this looks like, saying like basically, hey, you're removed from here. Again, I could be wrong though.
True. Yeah,
So
you're right.
we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see. I think either way, like it's going to be pretty interesting. It'd be cool though if they let you use the Action 2 and then say, "Oh, hey, if you use your Action 2 and you're not recording into your visual camera, you're also going to get lower latency." I think that would be awesome if they said, "Hey, you're going to get lower latency out of that." I would be jazzed up on that, man.
Mm-hmm.
I would be super jazzed. I mean, either way, I think it's cool. I'm glad to see that they're not giving up on the aspect of FPV. With FPV becoming more and more popular, it only makes sense for them to pursue that. As a company, continue pursuing what your patrons want, and a lot of people do want FPV. Let's just face it, it's not going anywhere. It's becoming increasingly tangible for people, and that's the way we see it almost everywhere. Like I was watching a golf commercial today, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, I know who filmed that. Like my buddy Airwolf did that commercial. I'm like, oh, it's like, you just see it more and more often. So, but I think as we get closer, we'll see more valid links. We'll see more of this drone. I think this will be one of those drones that is going to be hard for them to conceal. I really do.
Yeah.
I think it'll be very, very hard for them to conceal. I don't think it's going to be under 250 grams though. I there, the, yeah. I don't think it's going to
Look,
be.
it looks heavy.
Yeah, it looks heavy, but I don't think it's going to be under 250 grams. I think we're going to be like 400 grams or just under 500. I would say for that. I mean, that's pretty heavy for a Cinewoop. That's pretty heavy for a Cinewoop. But yeah, so there's that. Pre-orders for the Dominator goggles. I will tell you that I pre-ordered a set of the Fat Shark goggles. I'm super super curious about the Fat Shark system. So I went ahead and pre-ordered a set of Fat Shark goggles, just because I'm very very curious about them. Very very curious about the Fat Shark goggles. So I had to cure my curiosity and go out
Mhm.
and actually purchase a set.
Now, is that I know there's like two pre-orders going. There's one that you have to put $1. There's the other one you have to pay full price for.
Yeah, I did $1.
Okay.
Yeah, because there's no way in hell I'm putting out $700, like not knowing if and when it's going to ship. Because let's just say June or July rolls around and the Fat Sharks are not shipping, right? Like you're sitting out on $700 for that long, and who knows what DJI is going to do? And if DJI knew that Fat Shark was going to release something in, let's say, June or July or late July, early July, we'll say, it would just be behooving of them to announce it like week 1 of July and crush Fat Shark right before their release, right? Just crush them
Hmm.
entirely right before their release. That's what I would do if I was a vicious, vicious drone company. So, I mean,
I mean, there's so much discussion happening online about that.
somebody said, tweet said it doesn't support manual mode. We don't know what the fuck this thing supports. We don't know what the fuck it supports. No, nobody, listen here, listen. Let's just clarify this. Let's just shut these fucks down right now. So like guys like Osita and every other person that doesn't fly a drone, like Jasper Ellens, these fuckers wouldn't be able to fly an FPV drone if it came out of their fucking ass. They wouldn't be able to fly. If they literally sat on a toilet and shat it out, they would not be able to fly it. They wouldn't even be able to smear it on the wall if it came out of their own ass. That's these leakers. These leakers just all they do is seek clout for leaking information that they were provided to by somebody that's too afraid to tell you what it really is. We will not know anything more about these drones until it gets closer to release time, until specs start happening, or until things start hitting the FCC. That's when we are going to know. Listen, don't glorify leakers. They're nobody. They're just representatives of cowards. That's all they do. Is they're like lawyers, but they represent cowards that are too afraid to put the information out there and fear that there's going to be retaliation from a Chinese company. That's it. No, you're not starting anything, but we had to clear that up because we don't know. Not saying like a tweet, not saying manual mode. Like, trust me, like if they're going to put out an FPV drone, they're not going to make it into GPS mode. They're not going to make it into like an only level mode. No, they're going to make it to where it is There will be a manual mode.
Yeah. I
There's
don't
just
see
no way around that. There's just no way around
exactly.
that. Like, it's so
Exactly.
funny. Like, people are like, I've got all the information. Listen. I'll tell you how, like, a lot of information, how I find out a lot of things is because selling the products, you get things like you'll get information like maybe 3-4 weeks in advance. They'll tell you to start. Do you want to place an order for this product to stock? And they'll give you a rundown of the specifications. So you'll know like 4 weeks in advance. Oh, but before that, you sign an NDA. So it's not like a dealer can just leak it out, because if I was to say like throw all the information out there, then they're not going to allow me to carry their product, and they're going to pull our vendor status. And that would be really bad because DJI is like one of the most popular products. So why would I do that? But a lot of times you get these employees that have half information. They're working on one part of a project and they're giving information out to these guys. It's almost like euphoric for some of these leakers. Like, they're just leaking out a bunch of little information tidbits. And it's like, I don't know. It's like that. I feel like they get off on it. Um, Honestly, I fuck leakers. Like, fuck them. I'm not a fan of them, but that's just me. Uh, so anyways, Osita is accurate with lights flickering. Osita is accurate but strange. He's a strange guy. Like, I feel for him. Like, he's a weird dude. He's accurate, but then sometimes like I feel like he takes it to like a next level. Like, he just embellishes things a little bit. He's a weird guy, but he has been, I would say I would give him about an 80% accuracy rating. If I had to rate Osita, I would give him an 80% accuracy rating. That's what I would rate him with. So that's what I would say. Yeah, I question everything. I question everything. Like, but again, this is what they do. Like, we create videos, and then the problem is like nobody punches these leakers in the face. Like, nobody's like saying, "Ha, fuck you." Sometimes you got to say it. Hey Ken, don't get
No.
mad. On the subject of Autel, do you think they'll bring an Evo 3? So, funny story, after last week's rant, on Autel, I did receive a phone call, and I think the phone call went mostly well. I think in the coming weeks, here's what I think. I think in the coming weeks, for people who deeply support Autel and are a Autel fan, I think you will be happy in the coming weeks. Maybe it has something to do with the product. Maybe it has nothing to do with the product. But I think that you, as a consumer, a patron of Autel, will be happy in the coming weeks. Like, I think that's in the future for Autel fans. And I think it's a good thing for people that support Autel. My dude, Doom Rider's helped me out a tremendous amount getting my quads fixed. He's a good dude. Where can I go take the FAA test 107 test in Southern California? Usually on their website, you can punch in your location and you can find a testing facility that you can schedule the time to take the test to go to. I would honestly recommend checking out the official FAA website, but when that does not render you any useful results, you can always head over to the Pilot Institute community. There's also a Facebook community. Matter of fact, there is a Pilot Institute Facebook community for each and every state. There's 50 groups. Cool. Yeah. It's called the Flight Club. So you have a California Flight Club, you have a Texas Flight Club, Florida Flight Club. So check that out, and that way you can ask questions in your corresponding flight club to find the nearest testing facility for you. Oh, you're going to be their new CEO? No, I would never want that job. To do that. But I'm just saying, like, all I'm saying is I think it was a positive conversation, and they didn't take anything that I was saying negatively. They took it as, criticism, constructive criticism, passionate criticism. I think here's what I gathered is that they hear and they see everybody's complaints. People that are complaining about slow return times for their drones, repair times, not getting clear information from technical support. Like they hear that, they see that, like, and they're working to address that. So just know that I think in the next coming weeks that I think their fix will be in place.
They're gonna add 10-bit to their drones.
I wish that would be amazing. If only it was that easy.
Mhm.
Shendrone Squirt, Slam Squirt, Drone Co Productions. Honestly, it's whoever's going to give you the best support, man. Brad, it's just like if you're constantly thinking about buying it, you're missing out on precious flight time. I will tell you, here's what I will tell you from my experience, that if you buy a Shendrone Squirt and you crash it, there is a potential of breaking that bottom frame. So whatever drone you do decide to buy, just be mindful that the Squirt breaks a little bit easier. I would say the the Snapshot is a great option. I don't know what Chris's repair is like. Like, I do know that if you buy something from Troy at Quad Standard Labs and you break it, if you add Quad Standard Labs refresh, well, then he'll fix it for you and it's not going to cost you anything. So that's a plus. So, I mean, if you do break your Squirt, you can send it into him. So you just got to weigh out the pros and cons between both, cost or convenience. That's sort of how it goes. I would stick with the original, not pitching Pilot Institute. I pitched Pilot Institute. The fuck, Daniel? The fuck? I did. I did my part. I did
the
my
Facebook
part.
group.
Yeah, I did my part. And then we even have a special group. Special group. It's like where degenerates hang out. It's the Drone Lounge. I missed a I would stick with the original DJI FPV drone now because they're going to leave the F alone and it can be modded. Yeah, I mean, it's still a very limiting form factor. I feel like the DJI FPV is still very limited to what it can do. I mean, we have been able to mod the shit out of it, right? Like it's been
Mhm.
modded pretty well, but still, it's still very limited.
He did nothing with that drone, so
Yeah,
there was no updates.
I do push. He said it meant for the part 1.7. Well, no, he already took his course. He needs to take the part one.
Exam.
He needs to take the exam. Greg doesn't administer the exams. He merely just helps you train for it. So he needs to go to a testing facility.
Oh, yeah.
Flight Club is Pilot Institute. Yeah. They have like 50 different flight clubs, which is pretty dope. What do we think about SimForce being released to the public? I think it's pretty cool. I mean, it's interesting that Skydio did that. Now it's going to be interesting to see what people actually do with that now that it's been made open source. I mean, we'll have to wait and see. In hopes that people take advantage of it in a good manner. But I think it's pretty awesome that they did that. It also makes me a little concerned. I'm hoping that they continue development of actual physical hardware, though, now that they've released that, which I don't know why they wouldn't. Let's see. I love seeing your Shendrones last year in person. It was a freaking orbit. Oh, okay. Oh, you were the person I was orbiting around. Well, I'll probably be back out there again. I'm gonna go back out to Minefield in August. So I see he's doing it again, so I might as well go back up. But actually, I think I'm gonna make more time to fly this time. Like last time, I didn't really fly as much as I wanted. I had my daughter with me. This year, I'm gonna go solo. No, I'm just gonna drive up there myself this time. And that way I can actually fly and stop places, because there was a bunch of places like in Chattanooga. There was a place in Chattanooga that looked pretty awesome to fly. So I definitely want to hit that up as well. We're due for a Skydio 3. If you really think about it, we're due for a Skydio 3. Skydio 2, Skydio 2 Plus. The 2 Plus to me is still 2 years old, It's just like, oh,
Yeah.
wow, we put antennas on it and it's still,
Right.
it's still the same thing, but it's still a Skydio 2 at heart. So I think we're definitely due for a Skydio 3. But if they do make a Skydio 3, they have to really do it right. You know what I mean? It's got to be a serious tool for people who want to be, more than just like a GoPro that flies. Like, I think it
Yeah,
has to be a serious
and
tool.
it needs to have a remote that actually will let you fly the drone as a drone. I think it
Yeah,
should have 2 modes.
I agree.
The additional follow me mode that they're known for, and give me a remote and let me just act as a traditional drone.
I agree. But that would mean that Skydio has to have developed a remote on their own, along with their own form of transmission signal, because OcuSync and Lightbridge has been amazing, right? There's only been
Mhm.
one other company that's really sort of cracked the code when it comes to OcuSync and Lightbridge, and that was Autel. With the latest versions of their Autel products, they've gotten their transmission signal pretty much, I would say, like right on par with DJI to an extent. I mean, not perfect as DJI, but I mean, pretty damn perfect. So if Skydio can get their transmission feed as perfect or as in line as Autel, I think that would be a win. That would be a win. Yeah, Lon says he's going to Minefield. I don't think you're going to go to Line. I don't think you're going to go there. Skydio 3, fucking range. Yeah, but it's like when we start thinking about range, like how much range does one person really need? Like when we start thinking about it, honestly, I think 12,000 feet, 11,000 feet, that's a lot, man. That's
It
a
is.
lot. Your drone's a freaking a dust speck. It's a dust speck, really, at that point. I mean, one could argue that you wouldn't be able to see your drone at that distance. But if you were like me and you took all of your Flintstone vitamins and you ate all of your carrots, and every time your mom put the peas on your plate, you didn't sweep them under the rug for little Dino to eat,
Right.
you would be able to see your drone at 12,000 feet as well. Eddie, did you eat all your Flintstone vitamins growing up?
I did.
Good. Then you are
12. I can
you
see 12,000 feet.
you can see 12,000 feet. That means you can eat. I mean, you can. Well, we know you can eat, but that means you. That means you should fuck me. You're good to go, Eddie. You're good to go.
Yes, I can
Good to go.
fly. I can fly.
Let me grab my brew. Um, do you trust? DJ Drone says, "Do you trust the obstacle avoidance on the Mavic 3?" I mean, I trust the Mavic 3 obstacle avoidance as much
Hmm.
as I trust my ex-boss in a brothel in Las Vegas. Not at all. I don't trust it. I never trust obstacle avoidance ever. Let's see. T-Bird FPV says ELRS, Express LRS. I am not jumping on the Express LRS. I'm just not jumping on it. I'm staying with my boys over at Team Black Sheep.
It's a thing now though.
Yeah, I
Express
know,
LRS.
but it's just too fucking janky. It's too fucking janky. Like, Crossfire's delivered me everything I want. I've been running Tracer for months, and I've been super stoked with Tracer. I'm not jumping the Express LRS. I'm just not doing it. Just not doing it. To quote your old lady, it needs better penetration. Thank you, Lon. I really appreciate that. That's such a charmer. Light RC says he ate all of his vegetables and he still can't see. Well, it's the Flintstone vitamins. It's not just the vegetables. It's the Flintstone vitamins. There was something in those Flintstone vitamins that provided a little extra sauce for people. Skydio can't see you at 12,000 feet. Skydio can't go 12,000 feet. I mean, maybe, but it can't. Yeah, I wouldn't. Let's see. When you're pushing 50 and have been looking at screens too much, vision gets sketchy. I agree. But 50 is just a new 30, so don't you worry about that. Eddie cheats with his binoculars. Apparently, 1.5 miles is the distance one should be able to see their drone, according to Brendan Schulman on Twitter today. Doesn't Brendan do fucking robotics? He left DJI to do robotics at Boston Dynamics, right?
I think so, yeah. So
Brendan. Well,
he's still commenting on that.
The FAA states that it's, what is it, Eddie? It's 3 statute miles that you should be able to see. See, when it comes to line of sight, sight, there is there's not that there's a gray area. It's just, it's hard to prove. it's hard
Right.
to prove what one can see without
Correct.
having somebody on site,
It's
right?
discretionary
It's
because your vision
discretionary.
is your vision is different from my vision. Everybody's vision is
Yeah.
different.
Exactly. Like my vision's different than yours. Just, yeah, it's the whole thing. Ricardo says, what about DJI making a medium format camera? We haven't heard anything about that. I mean, honestly, I would not want a medium format camera. I would want either a full frame or APS-C. I think that a medium format camera is almost too much. Like, even the GFX series from Fuji, I would not want that because what am I going to do with that? Yeah, it's great for landscapes, architecture, but like for real estate, I wouldn't want that because like I have to process these files, then I have to then resize these files down to like a smaller size that just negates the point of all that resolution. Same thing for portraits. I think Eddie and I were talking about this last week. I asked Eddie, I said, how do you like the Sony A7 IV-R? And he goes, it's great, but you just don't want to take portraits with it because
Yeah.
it's almost too sharp. You're like your subject, you can see every pore and every
Yes.
imperfection. So it's like, why would you want that? I don't know. That's just my thought
Mhm.
on medium format cameras. It's
And,
gonna bring a whole new issue.
and they've been talking about that for a while, ever since they acquired or got affiliated with Hasselblad. There's been conversations about that camera, and it never, has become reality.
This is my favorite comment of the night. Can you look like a younger Brian Adams? I like that. I like Brian Adams. God, that's what a compliment, dude. What a compliment. Lee, you're a nice guy. This fucking guy, Lee, man. I like Lee. Is Lee a moderator? He should be a moderator after that comment. God bless him. I'm gonna make him a moderator just for that. You just earned yourself a wrench, Lee.
I had to Google who that person was. Brian Adams.
You don't know who Brian Adams is?
Never heard of him.
Oh my god.
Is it the Canadian guitarist? That's what it says on Google.
Let's go to Spotify, Eddie. Let me see.
Don't play a song. You're gonna get a copyright strike.
I don't care. I don't care. It's worth it to have a little Brian Adams. I'm only going to hear it, Eddie. I don't think you're going to hear it. Let me know if you hear it, Eddie. It's
Okay.
Brian Adams. Oh, come on, Eddie. You know this one.
I
Can you hear this? Can you hear it?
Oh yeah. Yeah,
You hear
very
it?
loud, but I hear it. Yeah.
It's loud. We're going to
Yeah.
get copyright struck, bro. This stream's gone. Come on, I'll sing. You sing along with me, Eddie. Come on, Eddie. You sing.
Never heard of
this. Come on, Eddie. You don't know this? You can see. I can't
Never
sing
heard
for
of
shit.
this.
Come on. God damn it, Eddie. I love it. I'm
First time
melting.
hearing
I'm
it.
melting. I'm getting a copyright strike. Come on, Eddie. Look at me. You got to search it because we got to get deep. We're going to get fucked by so many people. We're not making any money on this stream tonight, Eddie. God bless it. It's always worth fighting for and dying too. Come on.
Never heard of this.
You never heard for the God.
Never.
Come on, everything I
Never,
do,
never,
Eddie.
ever.
Come on. How old are you, Eddie?
35.
Whew. God bless it.
Sounds like a song they'll play at a graduation in 5th grade, and you're walking down the aisle or something to get your diploma.
No, that's Seal. That's when you play Seal, Eddie. You play Seal like, where he's the Michael Jordan, that song where he came out onto the field.
Yeah.
Like that one, that's
yeah.
what they played at my 5th grade graduation. I love Brian Adams. Now we are gonna get fucked to the copyright strike so hard.
Yeah, absolutely.
It was worth it. So worth it. I'll just mute that whole portion out of there. Fuck it. I don't care. And that's cool that you could play Spotify and just, you can't. I mean, you can technically, but.
I never understood that. So why could you be in the car with a group of people or on a bus, right, and play the radio, FM, and everybody can listen to it, but on the live stream, you can't listen to it together as a group? I don't know.
I don't know why that is. See, YouTube picks and chooses. It's they pick and choose. It's a bully mentality, unfortunately. Like you can do a lot of things, but you can't do all the things that you want to do, man. I mean, I don't know. I'm just it's a bully mentality, Eddie.
Timothy says, "Please, you're not gay."
Who says this? Who says this? Who says this?
Timothy Karras, please, you're not gay. He says.
How does he know? I am a lesbian. Eddie, are you a lesbian?
Always.
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 Oh man,
unbelievable.
This is a weird stream today.
Yeah, it's a little fucking out there, dude. It's a little out there.
It started with my mic was all fucked up. Then it was your background on the computer. Then somehow we're talking about this. Who is it? I don't even have him on Google anymore. Let me look at my history. Brian Adams. Never heard of this guy in my life.
But you should have heard of him though. I'm just saying, man.
Now, yeah.
I mean,
and I can see the resemblance somewhat. You just
a little bit.
You need to change your hairstyle.
Yeah, I changed it a little bit. I got to shave again tomorrow because I'm filming for Pilot Institute again tomorrow evening, and I got to shave yet again. That's why I'm shaved. If I ever shave, it's because I've been filming for Pilot Institute. That's the reason why. And tomorrow is like the creme de la creme being done with this project, and I'm very, very excited about it to be done with that, and then hopefully to be able to announce it like next week. So that's just how it works. All right, Eddie, where we at? We're at 9:49. I think this has been a good stream, man. I think I'm gonna,
everybody in the chat is still upset that I don't know who Brian is. I know Brian now. From this day forward, now I know Brian.
Now he will know that everything we have done, we've done it for him. All right, Eddie. So the Mini 3 started shipping.
Yes. Yeah, I'm happy for that.
So you know what everybody's going to be doing come next week when those boxes start hitting, dude. You're going to see that UPS driver come up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? The UPS driver is going to be pulling up, and it's going to be a good time, dude.
Yeah, it's a good little guy, a good little drone.
I know what I'm going to be doing when that comes up, dude.
What are you going to be doing?
I'll tell you, Eddie. You just wait. You just wait, Eddie.
I know you have some ideas.
Because I'm gonna see that UPS driver pull up and be like,
"Oh my god!" This stream is like, you might
as soon as that fucking UPS driver walks up, dude, with that Mini 3, baby, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna go fly.
Oh shit! Somebody says, "What about the Inspire 3?" That's gonna be a sick drone. The Inspire 3, and you said in one stream that's one Inspire that you would buy.
I would buy the Inspire 3. The Inspire 3 comes up. I am buying the Inspire 3 with every ounce in my being. I will buy the Inspire 3. But no, seriously though, when the Mini 3 arrives, there will be a choice to make, and it's gonna either be the Nano is hitting the blender or the Mini 3 hits the blender. And I can assure you it's probably not going to be the Mini 3. It'll definitely be the fucking Nano because I hate that drone with a passion. I am not a fan of the Mini. I'm not a fan of the Nano. I'm just not a fan of the Nano. I don't like it. I just think it's garbage.
Yeah. It's I haven't seen it in person. Never flown it, but it looks, just from what I see online, it looks like just to be, it has a slew of problems, issues, even from the beginning, right when it was released.
Yeah. I mean, it's like, I have like, and mine's a replacement. Mine has the updated rubbers and all the shit. Like it's been vaccinated and spaded. Mine is ready to go, but
I was watching somebody's video. I forget who it was recently, and they were flying one of the Nanos.
Yeah.
And they were doing a screen recording.
Yeah.
And those alerts are so annoying.
Aren't they obnoxious?
And even when you start recording, it says start recording, right? Or stop recording, recording, stop recording. And I don't think there's a way to turn it off.
No.
That's so annoying.
Yeah. Matt Bagwell said it'd be fun to be my UPS man. My UPS man,
Ah.
I swear to Christ, bro, he walks up to halfway to my front door and he literally bowling ball rolls my shit to my drop. Thanks. That's thanks. Like if I had a disease. Have a good day.
He's probably like, you ordering too much shit.
Like, I mean, well, he and the other guy, like my Amazon driver, he is always fighting with his girlfriend on the phone. I have like every ring notification from my Amazon driver is him and his girlfriend in this epic blowout. In this epic blowout. I have the best ring footage of the Amazon. I can't do it to him though. I just can't. I feel for him. I mean, she sounds like a total jerk. Like just listening to her yell at him, I'm like, oh my God. Like there is nothing he can do. You're an Amazon driver. There is nothing you can do badly for it to be treated like this. She is a miserable person. He drives the most important job in the world, bringing me my deliveries. And you're treating him this way? I don't know. She's terrible. She's a terrible person. So maybe I'll have to. Maybe next week we do. We'll just play our ring videos. Like maybe we should have it like the best deliveries.
Oh, that
Like
would be cool.
I want to do a
That would be
segment
cool.
on that, like where people just send their best deliveries, like their most fucked up deliveries. Let's watch them. Let's see who has the best fucked up delivery. Timothy says, I think we have the same drivers too. We probably do, dude. We probably do. I mean, dude, they just go at it and I'll sit there and I'm like, damn, like he's sitting out here. Like you got other runs. The best was the one day my garage door wouldn't close because I do that Amazon key delivery. My garage
Yeah.
door wouldn't close. Oh my God. He was losing his mind. He was on phone support and I pulled up. I'm like, yeah, it's cool. You just go. I'll just shut it. He had like something in the way. I don't know. It was funny. How about the Evo Light Plus? The Evo Light Plus is a good drone. I mean, I can think of better ways to blow $1,500. It's $1,500. It doesn't have 10-bit. It's got some cool carbon fiber arms. Same controller as the Nano. I mean, it's overpriced for what it is. It's overpriced. I mean, it's the best. I will put it like this: the Evo Light Plus is the best Autel drone that Autel has to offer today. If they said tomorrow that is going to be $999, I think that would be a good buy, but not at $1,500 or whatever the freak it is. Meave says, I'll buy the new DJI drone if I could use the DJI FPV goggles and controller. I'm really thinking we're going to see something different. I just, there's too much pointing to it. I don't think it's right now, but I think it's going to be, I think it's going to be somewhere in the near future. We are going to probably see something else. I mean, it's just DJI they're gonna bring the heat. I'm telling you, this is gonna be an interesting year with FPV. Matt says he's got some pics of FedEx. Yeah, see, Matt's biased though. He's on that UPS.
Exactly. He didn't mention UPS. He said Amazon and FedEx.
I'm not gonna out him for it, but I'll give it to Matt though. He's busting. He's busting. He's working hard.
Yeah, he posted something cool recently on Facebook. I saw where he called out, I think it was Amazon or FedEx. They leave their packages like at a building. They leave them downstairs.
Yeah.
And he says, I'm UPS. I go all the way upstairs and I deliver it to their doorstep.
Goddamn right. Trevor Perkins with the $1.99 super chat. Thank you, sir. I appreciate you, brother, as always. Problem with DJI is the control where and when you can fly. I used to think that, but as of recent, I just load my geo zones into my quad and I don't have any problems. Like today, I'm like, I needed a lance authorization. I loaded it up last night. I said, all right, I'm going to be flying here. I loaded my lance authorizations up. And by the time I got ready to go out there, like, it was just like, oh, you're good to go. Like, you don't have to, you just do your pre-approvals. You authorize with the FAA. And you load your geo zones. Like DJI is not going to tell you no. You just have to do some careful planning ahead of time, but it'll let you do it. It'll let you do it. So I mean, yeah, it's a pain in the ass, but
and it's fast. It's fast.
The Mavic 3 continues to have issues. Many products are far from done. So the Mavic 3, the only issue that they've continued to have is the GPS. That is the only issue that I am having right now. Like I filmed a house today. I did a house today, and I used the Mavic 3 because I know the Mavic 3 is the best drone for that job right now. So I use the Mavic 3. So I mean, it just boils down to what you're doing and what you're willing to stomach, I guess. Best way to put it,
I
Like
think the
if
Mavic 3 is performing really, really well.
Matt just sent me a photo. What did he send me? Oh yeah. Yeah, he just sent me a photo of that. That's
Oh yeah,
that's FedEx and Amazon leaving people shit by the elevator. So he sent me. That's crazy. I would be pissed. I wonder how many people's shit goes missing. That-
Chris Register says, once you get GPS lock on the Mavic 3, do you ever lose it during flight?
I do lose it during flight. Like it's weird. So the Mavic 3 GPS is like it'll say that I've locked the home point and I'll be flying around, and then periodically what will happen is it'll say
Weak GPS or something like that.
weak
Yeah.
GPS, and it'll do that. It'll do that like back and forth a little bit, and then all of a sudden it'll be fine. But it does fluctuate. Like in that first 5 or 6 minutes of flight, like I do notice that GPS does seem to struggle a little bit. So
Hmm.
I mean, but like for me, it's like, what am I going to do? I don't have a drone that has 10-bit 420 with a micro four third sensor or even a 1-inch sensor. Like, yeah, I could use the Evo 2 Pro, but I feel like the Evo 2 Pro's the lens is too narrow. So when I'm filming real estate, like I'll show you this house. Let me show you this here. Let's see if I'll bring it here. Let's see. Can you see that, Ed? You can't see that.
No, I can't see. I'll see it eventually on the other screen.
So let me see. Let's see. I don't know if it's gonna let me show it. It's probably not gonna let me show it. I don't think it's showing it. It's probably not showing it. No, it's not showing it. I was trying to show like the window here, the shot I did with the Mavic 3 today. And anyways, I would never have been able to pull that off if I was using the Evo 2 Pro, because the Evo 2 Pro's camera is just way too narrow. It's way too narrow, and it's just a pain in the ass. And then you got to really sit there and massage the colors after the fact, and it's like, for what? Why do I want to deal with that shit? So I rather just deal with the GPS. Like I had to choose the lesser of the two Evos. Had to choose the lesser of the two evils when flying. Do I deal with GPS or do I deal with colors? Well, I made the obvious decision and decided I was going to deal with the GPS issues. So that's where I'm at. All right. I think that's it for tonight. Eddie, got anything else, man?
No, I hope everybody get their mini 3s soon.
Yep. I hope everybody gets their mini 3s. I hope everybody has a wonderful delivery day. It's gonna be cool to see different people's takes. I'm going to take my time with it and just, I just wanna feel like if it's worth the money or not. I mean,
Mhm.
that's my biggest thing. I want to know if it's like really worth the money. If it's really worth the money, I'll feel good about it. But if it's really not worth the money, then it's not worth the money, and no harm, no foul. And either way, win, lose, or draw, we're putting a Nano in a blender or we hit it with a baseball bat. I am going to put it up on the community page. We're going to piss so many people off. Why didn't you give me the drone? Well, I gave away 4 of them. You weren't one of the people that well, give me that one. It's still a great one. That guy won it. Well, no, this one is being sacrificed because it was an abomination. So we need to destroy it. So how do we destroy it? Well, we're going to either hit it with a bat, we're going to either blow it up, or we're going to have to put it in a blender. If I can get the most premium industrial blender, we put it in a blender, I'll make the most amazing nano smoothie, and we will drink it. We will drink it. Drink to that. Is the Insta360 spear worth it? No. So if you see the countless videos and reviews of fucking QVC YouTube, like that's what it is. Like new product, QVC YouTube, home shopping channel YouTube. Everybody's like, you need this fucking spear. When's the last time you've ever felt that you needed a fucking 360 camera on a motherfucking drone? Never. And if you ask me if I kiss my mother with this mouth, I'll tell you that I do. I also went down on the most popular girl in high school with this mouth. So there's that. Fucking don't care. Anyways, I would never, ever need a 360 anything like that. 360 is just such a silly thing. Such a silly thing.
You can see, and although I saw a few videos and the stitching is so bad because the camera is so separated.
Yeah.
You can get some cool shots, but it's not an everyday thing. It's not an everyday thing.
It's not something I want, Eddie.
Yeah.
It's not something I want. I don't want it. All right. That's going to do it. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you have a very, very amazing night. Have a wonderful holiday.
Mm-hmm.
It's Memorial Day, Monday.
Memorial Day, yep.
Memorial Day. So, enjoy.
Peace.
Stay original.
Maybe I'll just get out my head and focus on what I know's coming. Yeah. Cause I can't fall asleep at night without seeing my dreams. Delusion, reality, I'm somewhere in between. These voices in my head get loud and they keep telling me that I'm a fool for trusting in these wings. But maybe, baby, this what flying feels like. 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 Maybe all my exes is drinking themselves crazy tonight. Maybe I should call and say, told you I'd be right. Wondering how long it was before you realized the biggest mistake of your life, and now you're paying the price. Oh, is it confidence or confusion? Either way, I feel like I ain't never losing. Your opinion of how you know just what I'm choosing. I gotta do this, cause I can't fall asleep at night.
Who sings this, Eddie? Who sings this, Ed?
If you can use some exotic booze, there's a bar in far.
Who sings
I don't
it,
know.
Eddie?
I don't know who sings this, but I definitely heard this
Are
during my
you
last
fucking
visit.
kidding me?
Wait. This song. Oh, yes. This was part of a movie, and definitely at my last Italian dinner at Olive Garden.
Okay, all right. It's Frank Sinatra, Eddie. All right, how about
Frank
this one?
Sinatra. There
How
you
about
go.
this one? All right, since you brought up Olive Garden, who is this, Eddie? Just wait for it. Come on, Eddie.
This one never heard of in my life.
Are you serious? Every time you
Yeah.
go into freaking Olive Garden.
Really?
Come on, Eddie. Wait for it.
Oh, this is not played in New York Olive Garden, so I'll tell you that.
God damn it, Eddie. It's fucking Dean Martin, Eddie.
Never heard of that guy. Now, if you play Pepas, is it Pepas?
Who?
Pepas is a new song that's in right now. Pepas by Farruko. Farruko.
I don't have that, Eddie. That's not in the playlist I have.
Pepas. Pepas.
No, I don't have that. We're getting we're off now, so it doesn't matter. I can play whatever I want because we're not going to get a copyright strike now. We already got a bunch of them. So, oh, dude, you know what? This is my favorite, dude. This is my favorite, Eddie. This right here. You know what? This is what I feel like every time I butt up against DJI geofencing. It's like this.
Oh, I know this song. This one
Yeah?
I do know.
Who
Yeah.
is it, Eddie? Don't Google it.
I don't-
Don't fucking Google it.
I don't know who sings it,
Who
but
the
I know
fuck
the
is it?
song. I don't know.
Come on.
Some American man.
D. Snyder. Come on.
Never.
Oh my God. Twisted Sister.
No,
God damn it.
I don't know. I don't know.
All right.
Holy shit.
You're horrible, dude. You're horrible. We can't play this game.
No, I definitely suck at this game.
No, you're not very good at this. That's what I've realized. I should just give you.
Nah.
I should give you like. I should give you an easy one. I'm gonna give you an easy one. I feel like those were hard, but I'm gonna give you. I'm
I'll
gonna
probably
give
get
you.
it wrong.
How are you gonna get it wrong?
Let me have my Google ready. Oh, does Shazam still work? Is Shazam still a thing? I think
Shazam is not even a thing anymore. I don't think.
yes, it is. I think Siri took it over.
No, it's not even a thing, Ed.
Yeah. Hey Siri.
No, you can't
what song
Shazam
is
shit,
this?
dude. No, don't do that. That's a cheating. You're a cheater. I'll tell you what, dude. This right here. When I'm getting ready to fly, I put on this, bro. Like you're coming in for a landing. You're coming down low, looking out.
Is this the Beatles?
Oh my fucking God. You're fired. You're fucking so fired, dude. You're so fucking fired. It's Phil fucking Collins. God damn it, Eddie.
Never heard of this person.